Man, look at this goofy douchebag photographer here. That's me. That's me. This was me working at A1A Photo back when I was going to the Southeast Center of Photographic Studies. The boss and his mother and wife were away. It was George and Milica Paspalakis. It was owned by a nice set of Greeks, and his son ran the place. We actually had a studio in the back there, and this is me standing there, all tall and proud, like like I am somebody or something. The amazing thing is that and this is cool because after I went to work for these people, someone from Beach Photo and Video came over and was yakking at me or something, and is like, "Man, you could sell an ice cube to an Eskimo," and they offered me a lot more money, and so I ditched this place and I worked at Beach Photo and Video. Something I actually feel proud about is that there were, I don't know, maybe 300 or so students at, maybe a little bit more, at the Southeast Center of Photographic Studies that were students there. And a lot of them wanted to work part-time at these camera stores. There were like 3 camera stores in town, but these were the only real camera stores. The other place, Beach Photo and Video, that I went to work for after this place is closed now, probably because the parents died. They were elderly at the time. They all wanted to work there, but I was the only guy, and I'd worked at both places. I left this place, and then I went to work for Beach Photo and Video, which is where all the students got their supplies from, and they're like, "Man, how did you get a job here?" It's like, "It's because I was smarter than you, and I could sell ice cubes to an Eskimo." That's why. I mean, that's what I was thinking, but I didn't say that. Oh my God! Look, I used to have hair there, man. This is the machine I used to work at, and sometimes people would bring in their nudies, and I'd print them out. And the orders from the boss were, anytime nudes come in, make double prints, and he'd keep the second set of prints in the back room. Look at all that film there. Oh my God. I still got nightmares messing with that machine and all the freaking chemicals, and there'd be like a film jam in there, and then you'd have to pour new chemicals. Oh my God, the chemicals. The chemicals, man. It's like, thank God for digital. But anyway, yeah, this is A1A Photo. I used to sell the hell out of cameras there. And some other shots that I took inside there. You see the owner would have some like nudie shots that he took. We had a studio in the back of the room, in the very back, and we also had a dark room back there. You can see it back here. Not really, but that's where it was. There's looking out the front. This is in Daytona Beach, Florida, where I went to school. So I would be working here part-time. End up being full-time, really, and going to school, do a photography school. And there's another picture of my ugly ass here somewhere. Yeah, here I am. Okay. Look at that moron with those big glasses and the hair and that red silk shirt. I used to wear silk shirts all the time. I had this job, and I'd be like shooting weddings, and I also... some of the neat gigs I had is Embry-Riddle University, which is a flight training school, was behind where I lived at, and it was right near the college, and they'd hire photographers, and I'd get to go up on these neat shooting gigs, and I'd be leaning out of helicopters. I'd be strapped in, of course, with a safety harness. I'd be taking pictures. One guy paid me a fortune, and I used the 6.7 Pentax. I used a medium format manual focus camera, and I was hanging out of a helicopter. He needed pictures of a dump. Yeah, a dump. And he was going to file a lawsuit, and he needed these aerial pictures of this dump. So he paid a fortune for this helicopter pilot. He was paying me like, geez, even back then, I think it was like $150 an hour, and I got paid $300. He paid me cash, and I gave him the film at the end, and some contact sheets, and he was going to choose which ones to enlarge. But that was a lot of fun. I used to take all these pictures out of Cessna 160s and out of sometimes helicopters. So that's... Am I focused in there? Even though I don't want to be in focus. See my ugly face in focus. So that's, I don't know why I'm showing you these pictures. I found these pictures in the basement. I took them and stuck it on time exposure. God, I was even losing my hair back then. That was back when I was 21 years old or something. I don't know why I wore silk shirts so much back then. But that's me working in A1A Photo on my way to work for Beach Photo and Video. And I found some of this other crap that I swiped. Well, this is free merchandise. I mean, free literature propaganda. I swiped from the store. It's meant to be given away for free to customers. This is the stuff I talk about. And you don't see this in Nikon brochures anymore. It's like, yeah, you got to get your damn flash off your camera. Really, really important. Oh, the ubiquitous, my love and dream. I had a pair of F4S's. I had F4 first, and I had F4S. This is an old catalog. This catalog's probably worth $20 now, if not more. I think I've got a few of them in the basement. I've got some of this old gear. This was like high-tech back. See, I'm starting to show my age, man. Starting to look old. Whatever. Yeah, Nikon's World of Photography Techniques, Volume 1 and 2. Yeah, I'm sorry if this video is kind of boring. I'm kind of like having a stroll down memory lane, man. See, man, even back then, we knew you gotta get your speed light, get your damn flash off your damn camera. What was this an advertisement for? Yeah, for, well, it's just for creative photo techniques. They wanted to buy, they wanted you to buy all sorts of oddball stuff and teach you what you could or could not do with your Nikon system. Nikon doesn't do this sort of stuff anymore. I mean, they kind of do, but they don't. I mean, I know they don't make brochures anymore. See? Get your speed light off your camera. Yeah. So, anyway, sorry about that. That was my trip down memory lane, and there's my... See, I was still fat and pudgy back then. Man, I was working my ass off in the camera store, and then shooting weddings, and then going to photography school 5 days a week, and living in a crummy little apartment. It was not too crummy. It had a nice pool and everything. So that is me back in the days of going to Southeast Center of Photographic Studies in Daytona Beach. But I was proud that, you know, of all the people that worked, that went to a photography school, that both camera stores, really the only two camera stores in town, they hired my butt because, like, you're smart, man. You can sell an ice cube to an Eskimo. We want you. So they hired me over everybody else, and there were a lot of applicants because basically everybody in photography school applied for that job, for jobs at both stores, but I got to work at both of them. Anyway, I later found out, not this store, the other store, at Beach Photo and Video. I went back down there for vacation. I was like, whatever happened to my old boss Al? And I was like, oh, someone broke into his house at night to rob him, and they murdered him in his sleep. I was like, oh, Jesus, you're kidding me. Like, no, you didn't hear about that? So, poor Alan. Sorry for this stroll down memory lane. I'm getting like an old coot and reminiscing. Thanks for watching. Sorry you had to bear through that if you watched it. Bye.